Nick Reiner, the son of acclaimed filmmaker and actor Rob Reiner, has recently shared a heart-wrenching account of his time behind bars, revealing a side of his life that few knew existed. For years, Nick lived in the shadow of his father's fame and the public adoration surrounding Rob Reiner, who is celebrated for his work in films like Stand By Me, When Harry Met Sally, and A Few Good Men. While Rob's career has been highly visible, Nick's personal struggles were hidden from public view, until now. His revelation offers a raw, unfiltered glimpse into the difficulties of incarceration, the emotional toll it took on him, and the long-lasting impact on his life and relationships. Nick's journey to incarceration began with a series of personal challenges, including struggles with mental health, decision-making, and the pressures of living up to a famous family name. While the specifics of his charges have not been widely publicized, it is clear that the experience of being in jail was transformative and traumatic. Nick describes the environment as isolating and dehumanizing, a stark contrast to the relative comfort of life outside bars. The daily reality of confinement, the constant supervision, and the lack of freedom created a profound sense of vulnerability that forced him to confront not only external circumstances but also internal struggles. Inside the facility, Nick faced both physical and emotional challenges. He recounts the difficulty of navigating social hierarchies among inmates, the tension of living in close quarters with strangers, and the constant stress of uncertainty about the future. The loss of autonomy, coupled with feelings of shame and stigma, amplified the emotional weight of his situation. Nick's narrative paints a vivid picture of the psychological burden of incarceration, how isolation, fear, and boredom can erode self-esteem and exacerbate existing challenges. For him, the experience was not only a punishment but also a harsh teacher in resilience and self-awareness. Nick also reflects on the impact of his incarceration on his family. Living in the public eye meant that every misstep was magnified, and the weight of public scrutiny added to the personal pain. While Rob Reiner and other family members offered support, the emotional distance imposed by the prison system made it difficult to maintain normal family interactions. Letters, phone calls, and infrequent visits became lifelines, but they could never fully substitute for the presence and guidance that Nick needed during such a critical time. His account emphasizes the strain incarceration places not just on individuals but also on their loved ones, creating ripple effects that extend far beyond the walls of the facility. The experience of being behind bars has left lasting impressions on Nick. He candidly discusses the lessons learned, the regrets he carries, and the ongoing process of rebuilding his life. The heartbreak comes not only from the loss of freedom but also from the realization of how quickly circumstances can spiral out of control and how difficult it can be to regain stability. Nick's honesty about his vulnerabilities, mistakes, and fears provides a humanizing lens into the often overlooked realities of those who experience incarceration, reminding the public that behind every headline is a complex individual navigating extraordinary challenges. Despite the pain, Nick's story is also one of reflection, growth, and resilience. He emphasizes the importance of accountability, the value of mental health support, and the need for empathy from society toward individuals who have faced incarceration. His willingness to speak openly about his experiences is courageous, breaking the stigma around prison life and mental health struggles. It also demonstrates a desire to transform personal hardship into understanding and advocacy, using his platform to highlight broader systemic issues that affect many people beyond his own circumstances. Ultimately, Nick Reiner's account reveals the human cost of mistakes, the emotional burden of incarceration, and the difficult journey of rebuilding one's life in the aftermath. While his father's fame may have shielded him from some public scrutiny, it also amplified expectations, making the revelation even more poignant. By sharing his story, Nick provides insight into the struggles of incarceration, the importance of support networks, and the enduring hope that recovery and redemption are possible even after the most challenging experiences.